Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We want to get you to some breaking news that's happening as we speak. A possible stabbing at the Giant Eagle in North Olmsted. We're actually just getting some brand new information in, including a mugshot. What we know is that, let me just give you this comes from the city of North Olmsted. As we look at the scene, and you can see numerous, I've seen as our camera is panning around, they look like scissors. You can see a pair in the lower left. You can see a pair up there by that, what looks like a Browns jacket or a Browns blanket. You can see our reporter, Colton Molesky. He's going to be live in our 4:30 coming up here in just a minute. So we'll, once he starts giving his report live on Channel 19, we'll listen in. But here are the details. At approximately 3 o'clock today, just a little after, in North Olmsted, police officers responded to multiple 911 calls of a possible stabbing in the parking lot of the North Olmsted Giant Eagle. This is in the 272 block of Lorraine Road. Officers, when they got to the area, they were given a description of a suspect and the location of two victims. Several officers were able to take the suspect into custody, while other officers on the scene began to give first aid to the victims. The statement goes on to say the suspect is Bianca Ellis, 32 years old. At this time, the condition of the victims are unknown. Further investigation is still pending. There's a very large area blocked off in this parking lot, again, of the Giant Eagle on Lorraine in North Olmsted. We'll work on getting you that picture. It's here, the mugshot, or at least the picture that identifies the suspect from Cleveland, Ohio, Bianca Ellis. Born in 91, doing the quick math, 91, 01, 10, 20. She's 33, 34 years old approximately. Let's listen in now as we get a report from our reporter out there, Colton Molesky, on the scene.
They're giving it all away.
Yeah, I want to start by taking you through the scene here in the parking lot of this Giant Eagle. Take a look behind me. It's a really scary thing to look at when you see a cart knocked over, the contents spilled all over this parking lot. This massive area has been taped off of this parking lot. It stretches all the way down, about a city block, all the way down to my left, and to my right here you see police cars, and again you see a couple of the cars trapped in this area around what is this cart here with all of its contents spilled all over the road. Really just a sombering scene here in the parking lot of a grocery store that people are still, I mean, there's still people coming in and grabbing groceries, walking out and grabbing groceries around the scene of where police are still investigating this crime. Like you mentioned, there were a couple of victims, a 2-year-old girl and her mother taken to St. John's Hospital in Westlake for treatment. The mom in stable condition, the child in critical condition. I'm also seeing a press release from North Olmsted, the city of North Olmsted, on the suspect, Bianca, a 32-year-old suspect, Bianca Ellis, who they have taken into custody. Again, just seeing this press release, still working with the folks here on learning more information about exactly what led up to this attack, about the scene, about the call that came in, how they're managing this area. I see that we also have something from the Giant Eagle, a statement from them on this incident. They say, we are aware of the reported incident, are working with authorities. For the moment, the authorities are the best source for information. That's from Giant Eagle. So again, just people coming in and out around this really scary scene of a tipped over cart and contents spilled all over the place, surrounded by caution tape, by that police tape. Just a really scary thing to see in the parking lot of a grocery store. So we're working to learn more information as this continues to unfold in North Olmsted. Colton Molesky, 19 News.
Dan DeRosa with 19. I'm going to jump in here after that report from Colton Molesky there. We're going to work on, as you'll see, we'll have more video there. I've got the mugshot here. Just stay with me as we get this pulled up. This was sent out by the North Olmsted Police Department, or the city of North Olmsted. So give us a second here. Again, what we're hearing is it's a 2-year-old little boy. And there we have our shot back. Again, this is at the Giant Eagle in North Olmsted on Lorraine. We're getting reports that a 2-year-old little boy and his mother were stabbed. And there is one woman in custody. And we'll get you that picture here in a second. Again, this seems to be an attack in the parking lot on a mother and her 2-year-old child that were shopping at that Giant Eagle, and some sort of stabbing incident. As you heard Colton Molesky report, you can see that the mom and the 2-year-old were probably loading groceries into their car, and you see the grocery cart just completely flipped over. And all of its contents there on just laying in the parking lot. And someone apparently pretty shaken up there, talking with firefighters. We do know that the first officers who responded were able to take the suspect into custody. And again, she is out of Cleveland, Ohio, Bianca Ellis. So we're trying to get this in. It is in daily graphics, you said? Let me see if I can. No, I can't get that.
Doing well. I was wondering if you
like
were
our
somebody
Colton
from the fire chief. Are you
Looks like our Colton Molesky may be talking to somebody out there. Let's take a listen in.
You know what? I'm from Fairview. I'm gonna pawn you off to somebody from North Olmsted.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to speak out of line. I'll let them know that you're here. Do they know you're here? I would imagine they've seen you.
I mean, I talked with a couple police officers. I know they told me to call the department, but if there's somebody on site who'd be willing to talk with me right now.
As you heard, that officer is just there assisting. We'll wait to get more information. Let's just review what we know at this point. We've got a mother and her 2-year-old little boy were stabbed in the parking lot of Giant Eagle in North Olmsted. We've got one suspect in custody, Bianca Ellis from Cleveland. Again, this is an active scene, but you can see the store is not closed. The attack happened in the parking lot there by that red Jeep. You can see the contents of the shopping cart have been knocked over. And so we will wait to get an official update from the police department or the fire department there on scene. We know the child is in critical. A 2-year-old being stabbed to the point in critical at the local hospital is obviously a reason for concern, and to think about that child and his mother, who are apparently both at the hospital. And as we were looking at the contents earlier, it does appear that there seemed to be a pair of scissors, or maybe even 2 pairs of scissors, very near that scene, right in front of the shopping cart. You can kind of see that perhaps the scissors broke, but you can see the scissors laying in front of what looks like a Brown's blanket, and numerous flowers that were in that shopping cart. Again, the question is, and we can see a first aid kit there that was used, and still trying to get you that mug shot. And we'll get that mugshot in just a minute. But officially from the city of North Olmsted, looks like this is from the Division of Police. We know that 2 people, at least a minimum of 2 people, were stabbed in this parking lot of Giant Eagle. The investigation underway, a lot of authorities, a lot of law enforcement there in the parking lot. This did take place outside of the Giant Eagle. This was not. But we'll have that mugshot here in just a second. You can see the amount of first aid that was given. A lot of that there is, those are first aid packs out of vehicles. Unfortunately, a lot of blood on some rags there, and it shows just how critical this situation was. And we know that the child, the 2-year-old little boy, is in critical condition. We have a statement from, and again, there's a part of the scissors. It almost looks like they broke. If you have those scissors that come apart, I'm not sure if that's what we're looking at or if they are intact. We have a statement from the mayor, Nicole Daly Jones, the mayor of North Olmsted. I am deeply saddened by the incident this afternoon in the parking lot of the North Olmsted Giant Eagle supermarket. A female who is currently in the custody of North Olmsted police stabbed a female customer and her 2-year-old son. Both mother and child were immediately transported to St. John Medical Center, where they are undergoing treatment at this time. The statement from the mayor goes on to say, our hearts go out to the 2 victims of what appear to be a random act of violence. Again, once again, from the mayor, our North Olmsted safety forces responded quickly and handled the situation with tremendous professionalism. And so that's what we're hearing from the mayor of North Olmsted, Nicole Daly Jones. And we'll get, I believe we'll have this. We do have the mugshot now. Scott, I'll take it there. Here is the mugshot of the suspect. This is Bianca Ellis, born in 1991 from Cleveland, Ohio, in what's being called a random act of violence by the mayor of North Olmsted, a stabbing, a pretty vicious scene in the parking lot of the grocery store there on Lorraine Road. And you can see the contents of that shopping cart just completely turned over. And then all of the first aid material that was used to try and get help for the mom and the 2-year-old. We understand the little boy is in critical condition, is what we're hearing from sources. And again, this woman is in custody. I'm going to do the math, believe it's 32-year-old Bianca Ellis of Cleveland is in custody for this stabbing. From what we hear from the police department, there were numerous 911 calls that came in to the police department talking about an attack taking place in the parking lot. First responders, police got there really quickly to the point to where they were able to take Ellis into custody. The statement from the police says, as officers arrived in the area, they were given a description of the suspect and the location of the 2 victims. Several officers were able to take the suspect into custody, while other officers on scene began to give first aid to the victims. Obviously, a lot of questions to be hammered out. This scene, very scary. The store is not closed for the people that are in that area. Again, we're talking North Olmsted on Lorraine Road, and what appears to be a random attack by this woman in the parking lot of Giant Eagle, and now a 2-year-old who was stabbed, 2-year-old little boy in critical, and his mother also taken to the hospital. I believe they were taken to St. John Medical Center there in the North Olmsted area. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap up our digital portion of this. We wanted to get on the record with the new information that has all really come out in the last 10-15 minutes. This happened at just after 3 o'clock, so we're not even 2 hours old into this scene. But the investigation will continue. You saw our Colton Molesky is live there. He will be live throughout our early newscast coming up again at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock on Channel 19. So as he's out there trying to get new information, make sure you tune in to get the very latest. Again, just getting you some updated information. 2 people hurt in a random attack of violence, a random stabbing in the grocery store parking lot. A 2-year-old little boy in critical is what we're told, and his mother also receiving treatment at a local hospital. Tune in to Channel 19 to get the very latest. Otherwise, I'm Dan DeRose with 19. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere.